What's up, man?
What's up, man? It's been too long.
Two days? Yeah, well, we did the After Dark podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I think this will go up. Oh, no, because it's going up this coming weekend, so this will be afterward.
This will go up Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then After Dark will go up Saturday.
The Saturday
tomorrow.
before
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, it's been a kind of a long, just arduous, tough week for me. I don't know about you.
Yeah? Yeah.
I started physical therapy and...
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Nice. For your back.
Yeah, for my back, it's all fucked up, and but the thing that sucks, I'm kind of bummed about it, is like my insurance doesn't really want to cover it. It's like it sucks because I have to pay like $50 per meeting, and they want to meet like 3 times a week. Like I can't fucking afford that. I can't fucking afford that. So like, all right, let's do once a week. Like, well, I can do that for a little bit. I can do that for a couple weeks, basically.
Still, man, during summer with your electricity and everything.
Oh yeah, dude, it's impossible.
Yeah.
So I'm like basically gonna have to do just a few meetings then, if that's the case. And then like even after the whole deductible thing is paid, it's like okay, then the insurance will cover 20%. Like that's like fucking nothing. Like
yeah.
You know?
Oh man.
Fuck you.
Especially when they want $700 a month or $600. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
they want to do 3 meetings a week.
Well, I mean that was before like. But on the other side, what I was doing helped a fuck ton, just even in that instantaneous.
What'd you get done? Like dry needling and
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dude, Cassie swears by that.
There's just a muscle like inside my hip, like way down there, that they poked with a needle.
So weird.
And I was like, I walked out of there like a new fucking person.
So weird. She's had it done before too, and she had to stop going because of money as well. But yeah, she swears by it. She loved it.
Yeah,
I mean,
crazy.
She doesn't like it when they're doing it. But
honestly, it doesn't. I didn't even feel.
Really? Didn't bother you at all?
Not even a little bit.
That's awesome.
I saw the needle, dude. It's like as thin as you could possibly make up something that's metal.
Right.
It's nickel. So like you couldn't even. You'd have to like really like. If you hold it up to like a fluorescent light, it just disappears. Like it's so skinny.
Right. Yeah.
You know, it's just designed to just go into the muscle that's all freaking out and release its tension.
Is it just relieving pressure? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, well, because I'm crooked, because my spine is...
You're broken, yeah.
Surrounded by steel.
Yeah.
So I'm crooked, so like just because whenever I walk or sit or stand or like anything I do puts like twice the pressure on the one side as the other side, so that on that side of the hip is just really...
Makes sense.
Just stressed out and beat up, so I have all kinds of problems with it. So it's just that and work and all that shit. So I'm glad it's Friday, man. I'm glad we can just fucking do a podcast, talk about some video games.
Dude, like every time we do new, different stuff, like we've been doing Game of Thrones, Kevin and I are mixing up After Dark a little bit, and then I come back to Friday podcast. I'm always like, all right. It kind of feels like home.
A bowl of macaroni and cheese.
I know what I'm doing. It's comfortable. We can just come in here, shoot the shit, get out of here.
Yeah. We just kind of know like what this podcast is, and like what we like to talk about.
Totally.
That's because it's easy. I mean, it's always going to be related to gaming. Like it's our gaming podcast,
and it goes by so quickly too.
It always does. It really does. And I'm finally over like worrying about not having enough to talk about. That's never a problem.
It's never happened.
Like we've gone here and had like no topics before.
Zero news topics and just riffed on Oblivion.
There will be times where we have 6 news topics.
Yeah.
In the crazy time of the year with the releases and reviews and all that stuff. But right now,
not much, man. You sent me 2.
Yeah, 2 that I mean, there's probably topics that someone that might be listening to this would care about.
Right. Yeah.
But just for me, like scrolling through, like,
Yeah, I mean, we can't cover every topic. You know what I mean? Like, we have to pick what we enjoy talking about.
Yeah. Like, and plus a lot of the quote-unquote news is just like right now, those websites are just making shit up. Not making up news, but just like, GTA says that Rockstar...
There's a lot of filler.
Rockstar is saying that GTA and Red Dead don't compete. I was like that's not...
A lot of fat. A lot of fat.
Yeah, it's not an interesting topic. You're just writing an article right now. Which is not their fault. It's just that time of year.
Yeah, totally.
But have you beaten Dark Souls, dude?
Dude, no. Not yet. I haven't got to play much.
Oh, really?
I haven't really played anything all week.
No?
Monday night, I had 30 minutes to an hour. I played a little Overwatch, and outside of that, I haven't really played anything.
No? Just been one of those weeks, right?
It's one of those shitty weeks.
Yeah, dude. I agree. I had a crap week.
Yeah.
We both had kind of many weeks.
I wonder, here's a weird theory, if that's why it's so kind of like I said it earlier, kind of like low blood sugar right now. Like I came in and immediately felt like it's one of those days.
Because I wasn't like, what's up, dude?
Yeah,
I was just like,
you just kind of open the door and you're like, get the fuck in here. And shut the door. And fucking
I'm very I'm really tired. Like I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night, but part of the reason is because Tim and I finished our head-to-head campaign that we've been recording.
Okay.
So as of this point, only episode 5 is done.
Okay.
So there will be a total of 9 episodes. It's not very long.
Oh, okay. So you're not releasing them as you go, kind of thing?
No, we're way ahead.
Oh, okay, cool.
It just makes life a little a lot easier, actually.
Totally.
Yeah. So he just like if you I don't know if you've watched any of the episodes, but like I start out with Calamity, and the whole thing was Calamity. It's kind of embarrassing. I don't want to put it up. It's like the worst Total War campaign I ever had in my life. But it was a blast, and it's definitely a thing that we can continue to do.
Hell yeah.
Because it's going to make me better at the game, I think.
Endless different variations of what can happen. Right?
All the different factions you can play as. And there's a new one coming out next weekend. A new faction, the Norska. So that's really fun. They look really fucking fun to play with. So I have been playing Warhammer.
Are there any that you don't enjoy playing with?
Yeah.
Really?
Sure. Yeah. Warhammer especially. So like the historical Total Wars, because they usually take place in pretty specific time periods, for the most part, all the factions play somewhat similar.
Okay.
Infantry, cavalry, archers.
That makes sense.
That's it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like maybe depending on the time period,
you play your
siege
role.
weapons maybe, but it's sort of like rock paper scissors.
Yeah.
Everyone has infantry. Maybe this nation has better infantry than that nation, but this nation has better cavalry or you know what I mean? Like, but it's all sort of they all kind of play on the same field. Whereas in Warhammer, because it's fantasy, some have monsters and dragons and shit, and others have undead, and others have all these different like restrictions. Some don't have any cavalry at all. Like the dwarves have no cavalry, no horses.
Huh.
I mean, dwarves don't ride horses.
Right.
So it's like that's a distinct disadvantage, but they have better. There's just so many different. So like I played as the Greenskins, the orcs. I don't like them. I don't like playing as them at all.
Okay.
Like they're badass. They fight really tough, or whatever. But they're super. They're stupid by nature, and so when you're fighting, if anything like spooks them, or like if they get flanked, or if the enemy's just too tough, like they just run away.
Really?
Yeah, they're like sniveling. They're like goblins and orcs. They're sniveling cowards, but they can get like ramped up into like a frenzy, and they can be very effective. But like early on, units just suck. They just suck.
Yeah,
you have to just get through this opening, and I just made so many mistakes, and I kept losing my armies, and oh god, I fucking hate greenskins. I don't know how to use them in a fight. They just fucking run.
Yeah, I was going to say,
pussies.
I figured given that huge weakness that they have, that they would be given also kind of strength to counteract
their strength is their later. So if you survive that, their later units are ridiculous.
The long-term investment is what you're going
exactly, but you have to survive that long, and I didn't. I could not survive that shit. It was so hard. And Tim was playing dwarves, and Tim has like 4 or 5 times. Tim has like 500 hours in that game.
Really?
Yeah.
Into
I have like 160. And I thought I was like, I'm a Warhammer. He's
a pro.
Just on another level.
Yeah.
So it's just like he just knows all the systems and like exactly what to do, when to do it, where to build it, where to. And I was playing a faction I'd never played before, basically.
Yeah.
So I'll go back and play that. But cool. I've been playing that, and I hopped into ESO again for the first time in 2 weeks.
Nice. I haven't heard you talk about it in a while.
I just played for like an hour and a half one night. Just trying to get my fucking orc to 50, dude.
You're not at 50?
No, well, I haven't played much recently.
Yeah, but I just figured, I mean, you had to be like...
Dude, like, a quest moves the fucking progress bar like a centimeter. You're like, oh, God, it takes so long to level up. Like, level 40, man, I'm level 43, and it's just like, I've been level 43 forever.
Just grinding.
Yeah.
Just grinding.
Yeah, but at least grinding that game is just doing quests.
Fun.
It's quests.
Yeah.
So there's still, like, a little storyline going on. It's not like you just run around in the same area.
Right, yeah.
And same guys respawn, you fight them again and again and again and again and again and again.
Which a lot of people like.
Yeah.
They like that the grindy, loot grindy.
Yeah, I mean, I like that with Diablo.
Yeah.
But I sort of expect that from Diablo.
Yeah, you know what you're getting into. Yeah, that makes sense.
And the maps are always slightly different. Mm-hmm. They're generated, so it's like, okay, it's a right turn to a left turn this time, and like it plays with your expectations a little bit.
Oh, remember And not to change the subject too bad, but
That's fine.
remember we talked last week about me playing Oblivion?
Yeah.
My brother let me borrow Oblivion.
Right. I remember you talking about that.
Because we didn't really get to talk too much about it, and I wanted to do it on the podcast.
Yeah, it's not like you have, like, Horizon or Witcher or any other games to play.
Anyway, that's where I was going with this. It was going into a "you were right" situation. Okay, so give me a moment.
My ego is so big that I just had to beat you to it.
I'm right, damn it! I know, Ian. Anyway, so I think it was because I saw my brother Sunday because we all go over to my dad's for dinner.
Okay.
He gave it to me. I popped it in that night. It installed pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's pretty small at this point, like, for today's standards.
Surprisingly, yeah.
What is it, like 19 gigs or
I think it was
like
18
that?
something. Yeah,
it's not very big.
So pretty quickly it was installed. I got to jump into it that night, and I was excited, and I was like, man, I'm going to play it differently than I've ever played it before. I can't wait.
Waiting for a butt.
And
or an
there's a huge butt. And then
it's just not good anymore?
No, it's always good.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's an amazing game. But I've just done it all before. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
exactly how I feel now when I restart Skyrim. Like 30 hours into the game, it would be a lot of fun because I could change things. I could make the character I want. That first...
You got to slog.
Dude, that first 20 to 30 hours pretty much plays out the same every time you do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
So in Oblivion,
you kind of have a routine.
I loved hearing the voices again.
Absolutely.
Nostalgia factor. And I loved going through breaking out of the prison. And but even towards the end, I was like, all right, well, he's going to die, and we're going to do this thing, and blah, blah, blah. And I created my my skills, and you kind of create a class. If you remember, you can make like a custom class.
Whole thing was really broken, too.
Really just very kind of wonky.
Well, wonky, like, it doesn't tell you enough information, and, like, the way that perks work, they work in succession with each other, so if you don't pick all the right ones, like, you won't level up as...
Other ones, no,
it's terrible. Like,
really weird. And
they fixed it in Skyrim.
Yes, they did. And I got out of the prison, and I was like, oh, here's that settlement right across the river that I know and I've seen a billion times. I'm going to go and clear out the inside. So, like, I just couldn't get through that. And I love the game so much. And
so do I.
And I wanted to do it again, and I wanted to do it a different way, but I just can't, because I don't know what I'm going to do differently other than the character build that I haven't done in 400 hours of playing the game.
Yeah, same. 400
something hours. And then I felt bad. In like a weird way, I was like, I love this game. I claim to love this game. I should want to keep playing it. But then I was like, I shouldn't feel bad, right? I mean, I played it for like 400 hours. Like,
you've already...
I feel like I've done enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Plus, it's not like it's not been that long. When was the last time you played it? 6 years ago? 7 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, fuck, dude, 2010 probably.
10? So 7 years ago.
7 years ago.
Which is like, sure, it's a long time, but like, I had the exact same experience with Red Dead Redemption, which is one of my favorite games ever.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the best, objectively, like one of the greatest games of all time.
It's fantastic.
And when they announced backward compatibility, I'm like, I'm going to play through it before the second one comes out.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll kind of remember everything.
Yeah.
As I played it, I was like, I remember all of
everything,
this,
right?
Like, really well. And I only played the game once. I was remembering every single thing. I was like, well, I'm not going to play this.
Yeah.
I was thinking I wouldn't be like watching a movie that I hadn't seen.
Yeah, totally.
I remembered the whole, like, every little thing, and I stopped playing. As fun as it was.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. I
wonder why. I wonder why that's different than watching a movie. You know what I mean? Because, like...
I don't think movies is much of a commitment. So I think you're already willing to be like, all right, cool, man. This sounds great. A couple hours.
But it is the same thing, right? I mean...
Oh, certainly.
You know what I mean? Like, it never changes.
But for me, it's like, okay, I'm sitting down with Red Dead Redemption. Wow, I remember this really well, and I've got another 45 hours left.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Like,
totally.
if Lord of the Rings was 45 hours long, I probably would never watch it again. Or at least I wouldn't watch it for
45 hours.
You know what I mean? Like, but
right.
it's
right.
It's 3.5 hours, and I can watch it on a Blu-ray and stop it whenever I want to and come back. I don't know. It's just a different medium.
You can do it with other people.
Yeah, you don't engage with it in the same way that you do a game. A game is a massive. Even a short game is a big time commitment, you know.
That completely makes sense, and I thought I should let you know that. So I don't know if I'll go back in it, and I still feel guilty in a weird way.
I wish I could,
but
God, I want to talk to you about Horizon too. Like,
I know, and I'm
so
going
good.
to, because I'm so close. I'm going to finish Horizon. I'm going to do everything I can
do Horizon
to try to
first
play
because
Witcher.
Horizon is way less of a because I understand the one thing I get about people not playing Witcher, including Kevin. The one thing I will give him and you and Tim
Mhm.
and everyone, fucking everyone that somehow is
Right.
not playing this game is that it's huge
Yeah,
and it's like that's what I'm doing now.
Yeah, that's the game I'm playing.
I get that.
Yeah.
Like I fucking get that. I think that once you got to a certain point, that will go away immediately, and
I agree with
you
you.
wouldn't want to play anything else because if you're into the same, if you like Mass Effect or Red Dead Redemption for that matter, or any of those like if you like Last of Us, any of those games, if that's what draws you to gaming, then Witcher will pull you the fuck in.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is a slower burn because there's so much more to learn.
Yeah.
And they kind of make it. It's kind of heady in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it has the best intro personally. That first area is cool, but it's just there's not enough. It needs to be a little more linear in the beginning. Like if I could put a criticism toward it, design wise, I think that whole White Orchard thing should have only had a few side quests.
Oh, really?
And just kind of letting you, okay, this is how I play the game.
Mm-hmm.
There's Witcher contracts. There's 3 or 4 random side quests.
According to
Okay, here's how I make
monsters,
potions and oils. Got it. Okay, I get it. And like, you shouldn't be able to spend more than 6 hours or 5 hours in the opening.
Yeah.
And it should be more linear.
Yeah.
And then you get to the next part, and then it's Witcher, like big wide open world. Because like to me, I never got that. Colin, who I don't listen to them anymore because he left.
Right. Yeah. I still do. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Colin Moriarty. Previously of Kind of Funny, now of Funny. Colin's Last Stand, which is great as well. You check them both out.
So his biggest problem with The Witcher was that he's the kind of person who looks at a map and has to do 100%
completionist.
of it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, totally.
Because like as soon as a game feels like a chore, the game isn't like you have to do this.
I think that might be what happened to me.
Yeah.
And I'm not a completionist. I think I just felt like it wanted me to do everything, and I was like, I can't do that. And I don't know why. I don't know why I got that.
I mean, a lot of the stuff, it's cool stuff, but it's like the way that I did it, and I'm a fucking nerd for this, but like the way that I played that game, because I'm also very familiar with all the characters, including Geralt, is that there's the main thing, finding Ciri, right? That's the hook that you follow. The trail that you're on is finding Ciri. Okay, so you're finding Ciri, but I would basically follow the menu, actually, the level menu and quest journal entry area kind of gives you a trail. It says, this main mission, we generally suggest a minimum level of 30.
Right, yeah.
Well, I'm only at 24. So I'm going to go do shit until I'm 30, 32, 33.
Oh, so
and now I'm at that level, and I feel like it would make sense. It makes sense in the story. Okay, Geralt needs money. He needs food. He needs gear.
Yeah. He's
going to do his job. He's a Witcher. He's always, even in the books, I'm almost done with the second book. And even in the middle, like, shit is going down.
Yeah.
He's still working.
He's still hunting, right?
If he'll go on on a mission, and then he's like, oh shit, there's a bunch of dead bodies here. He's those lawyer or doctor stories where they mean well and they want to go do other stuff, but they love their work and they just disappear into their hours and hours of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that. He's like, oh, and then he starts investigating shit and he starts finding stuff and he's like, oh, I think it might be a Strigoi, or oh, maybe it's a, and he's like going through his shit and he's like into it. So
but that's like what he's genetically supposed to do, right? He's a Witcher.
So like he would do that. He gets paid. He does his work, and then he would then be able, like, okay, great, I'm now sustained, and now I can go continue looking for Ciri. Like, it would make sense. Like, they built that narrative to support you doing other things. So I just kind of followed that. Okay, cool, I just hit 32, and it was minimum 30. Now I'll go do that mission. And that's how I did it. And I beat the game in 100 hours.
Jeez.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, 100 hours sounds like a lot,
yeah,
but,
I
mean, we've spent a lot more than that in other games.
Way too much more. Way too much more than that. A game we were just talking about.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to say was, you know how I know that you really think this is one of the greatest games of all time? Is that it's been out for, I think, 3 years now? 3 or 4 years?
2015.
2015.
May of 2015. So 2 years. 2 years and a few months.
2 years and a few months, and you still stand by it. I think when a new game comes out, a lot of people have that like new game excitement that they get, where they kind of have a blinders on about what may be wrong with the game, but they're excited because it's new. And you still stand by that game, which makes me really want to fucking play it. But even now, just talking about it makes me want to jump into it. I don't know what it is about jumping into it that I'm always hesitant about.
I mean, I think that what I was saying has merit, that it's like jumping into it, it's really jumping into a giant hole. The thing is, there's not a lot of games coming out.
No, totally.
We were going to talk about a few of the games coming out.
Exactly, and that's what I was going to bring up, circling back to me bringing up Oblivion.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm totally wasting my time playing that game.
Right.
Like, totally, right? I mean, like...
Well, if you had said, I'm playing it and I'm having a blast, then no, you're not wasting your time.
That's fair.
Regardless.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
But if you were playing it and you were like, I
remember this.
I'm not feeling
this.
That. And then you should absolutely put it down.
Totally.
You should not play
it. And bringing that up, my brother also let me borrow Mass Effect 3, which is a game I never finished.
Right. Yes.
So that adds another hiccup into the play.
Well, and what I would suggest on that, like if I could suggest to you an order in which to play all these games, I would start with Horizon.
Give me your order, and I'll give you my order in which I think I should do.
Okay, I would start with Horizon for two big reasons.
Okay.
It's the newest one, and we're going to have a Game of the Year show at the end of the year, and I want you to be able to talk to us about the games that came out this year.
That completely makes sense.
That's the big one. 2, and not to mention it's still in first place for me. I don't have any other games.
Right.
The other thing is that it's not Witcher, and it's not even really Mass Effect 3.
Yeah.
It's like 40 hours, which is a lot, but it's less than half the time of a Witcher playthrough.
Right, yeah.
And I spent like 55 or 60 hours in Mass Effect 3.
Yeah.
So it's also the shortest game. And you can platinum the game.
Yeah, totally.
I could have platinumed. The only reason I didn't platinum it is because I didn't want to do the hunting thing. I just wasn't feeling it at the time.
Yeah.
The hunting challenges. That's one thing. And then I didn't know. I had no clue that there were these power cells that were like hidden in random areas during the quest.
Yeah.
I had no fucking clue.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's a way to go back and get them because they're like in main story.
Right, yeah.
So I'm missing 2 things. And I beat the game like 33 hours. So there's my missing 7 hours is the hunting things and taking time to find the power cells.
Which may not have even taken you.
So I'm saying, if you don't feel like doing the hunting, I would highly suggest, at least for now, just skipping the hunting things.
Yeah.
They have no bearing other than getting you goods and experience. That's it. Just play through the story, do all the side missions, which are easy and short.
Yeah.
And then they kind of tie into the whole thing. And the main quest, you'll beat that game in 30 hours. Too.
Really?
Well, how many hours?
Yeah, I'm already 25 hours.
Well, yeah, but you've done a lot of
a lot of side shit.
You could beat that game in probably 7 or 8 hours. Then.
Totally. Yeah.
And the story gets so fucking insane at the end.
Because I still feel like I don't totally know what's going on.
Well, especially it came out in February and you haven't played it in months.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, even then, that's how I felt as well. Thank you. But yeah, and then...
and then I just play Witcher.
Yeah.
Again, just because it's newer, and... I don't know, it's just contemporary, like... It's the best game of this generation, in my opinion.
Really?
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Honestly, not even really that close.
Jesus Christ.
Because, like... I mean, I know we've talked about Witcher a ton. And some people might be getting tired of it.
No, whatever.
I just don't feel like I've ever managed to explain to people why it's so good. I don't know what it is. I try. I just don't... I mean, it's got, like... I read a comment on YouTube from someone a while back. It's got, like, the polish of a Blizzard game. It's got the open world feeling and detail of a Bethesda game. It's got the characters and dialogue and decisions of a Mass Effect.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the best of every RPG world. It isn't... Oh, like Elder Scrolls, is really strong on that sort of enveloping you in a world that feels old and it stands up to scrutiny. There's all the history books, and you just feel, you see these ruins. But, like, I don't give a fuck about any characters.
Right,
Yeah. And I feel like Witcher does every single thing all the best RPGs have ever done. It does them all better than any other one.
Yeah.
Or at least as good.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't do characters better than Mass Effect. I think it's equal to that in Mass Effect.
Yeah.
I mean, I love those fucking people. All of them in there, And then it has this, and then the thing that I think it does better than Mass Effect is that Mass Effect has your blue and red, right?
Yeah.
Do you shoot this guy in the fucking face, or do you give him money and tell him he's going to be okay and give him a hug and let him go, right? Which is fun in that game. Like, I don't think that's a problem that matches Mass Effect, but I think it's more impressive from the writing team of this game where it doesn't trick you, but it's a lot. It reminds me of Game of Thrones. Like, do I kill this guy? I mean, he's a thief, and he stole food from a starving family in the worst possible famine.
Mm-hmm.
And when he stole this food, he left their attic unlocked, and a werewolf got in there and killed them all.
Jesus Christ!
Right, and then I'm actually making this up off the top of my head. There's things like that.
But it sounds like something that would happen in Witcher.
And here he is, and you're going to kill him, and you're like, you fucking asshole, and so you execute him, and then you find a note on his body that tells you where his family lives, and then you go and you see his family's in the exact same thing. He was just like desperately looking for food to feed his own children. And you're like, fuck, like, you know what I mean? It's it's the writing is so far beyond the good and the evil, like, morality system. Mm-hmm. It's just Geralt just has to make choices.
Yeah.
You know, that's all it is.
Yeah, I mean our orders are pretty much the same. Those are the big three I think that I need to get through. The only exception being Dark Souls, just because.
You're already yeah.
That's my most recent investment, and I'm so close to finishing.
You're so close.
I just need to cap that off, which I may do tonight. I'm not sure. I want to finish that, and then either it's going to be hard for me, but Witcher or Horizon. Probably Horizon, because you're right. I'll finish that quicker.
It'll fly by, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, it's so much fun.
It is a great game.
I love that world, and she's like one of my favorite new protagonists.
Aloy? She's a great character.
The name is terrible, but I like her.
Terrible name.
I like her. I like her for a lot of reasons. You know, I think that they did a good job of not making a big deal that it's a woman. Like, I'm just tired of it being a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, people always want to react and talk about that. But, like, it's just like subtitles or anything else. Like, you know, if you are someone, and I know you aren't, but just if someone's out there that doesn't like that, like, once you start playing, you don't think about it. Like, they don't.
Yeah, the only people who even mention it are people outside of the game. You know what I mean? Like,
no one
in the game, or media people who need to get clicks or something like that.
Sure.
But no one in the game is, like, you've mentioned it before and you've talked about it before, but, like, no one's like, she's a woman, what? Like, you know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Really.
It's just, you're kind of a person.
There's a few times, like, there's one character that you help out, and he's pretty powerful. Like, he's in a high, like, political office, and you help him out, and he just keeps hitting on you.
Yeah.
Like, really awkwardly.
That is awkward.
But it's funny. Christ. It's hilarious.
Because she's obviously not interested.
Not at all. She's like, yeah, I'm trying to save the fucking planet right now. You know?
Really not interested.
They didn't give her some crutch where she's got to go fall in love with someone. Right. She just... It's hilarious. Like, when you get to that point, we'll talk about the story more. Totally. We'll do like a spoiler cast or something when you beat it.
We have to, yeah.
Same with Witcher as well.
Yep.
But yeah, man. So anyway, just that would be really cool if you end up playing those games. I want to hear more about, like, when you finish Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Hopefully next week we can hear about you getting to that point.
As long as I don't have another shitty week like this week.
I had a down
not a
week
good
as well.
Week, dude.
That happens though.
I hate it.
I'm good now though. Like, I know I wasn't like jovial, but I'm good. Like, I'm off.
Yeah.
Are you going to Jeff's tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Cool.
Dude, I'm making these jalapeno poppers.
Oh,
I can't wait,
dude.
I can't wait. My
Alyssa's
buddy
making mac and cheese, and you're making this is.
Dude,
I'm gonna feel so sick and
that's
fat.
Fine. That's fine. What are you talking about? It's a party.
Yeah.
But yeah, fried chicken, dude. Fucking macaroni and cheese. I don't know what everyone else is bringing. I'm bringing jalapeno poppers. My buddy made them for a potluck at work, and I was like, you have to tell me how to make those because they're so fucking good. And he's like, it's an epic mealtime recipe.
Oh, that's great.
What? And I love Epic Mealtime. I don't know how I didn't know. It was an old episode from like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And so I looked it up and I was like, this is so easy and they're so good. They're just wrapped in bacon.
Wonder if Maddie Matheson ever makes them. All right!
Dude, no, I would know if Maddie Matheson...
I'm going to make the best jalapeno poppers you've ever had!
Shout out to Jalapeno Popper. Always doing shout outs. Mom's
get in the kitchen. You make some fucking jalapeno fucking poppers.
Dude, I love that guy.
Me too. He's
I
great.
love Maddie Matheson. Him and Action Bronson are fantastic.
Yeah.
Eddie Wong too.
Eddie Wong is great.
He was just on First We Feast, which is the Hot Ones.
Yeah, both of them.
Channel. Yeah. Oh god, it's so good.
All three of them have been on that show. Actually.
Yeah. And Eddie Wong was the one who did it backwards. Like he started at the hottest wing,
and he died.
He ended up shitting himself, and he like touched
Throwing
his dick,
up.
and
yeah.
That show is so.
But he troopered up.
Did you do you watch that show weekly?
I haven't watched every week, though I do know my favorite episode right off the top of my head.
What is it? Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Well, that's another.
It's so good, dude.
That's another like another world for me.
right.
Like that was like a special. That one was twice as long as
It
all
was
the
so
other ones. But the favorite one apart from that was with Jay Farrell.
Oh,
I
really?
was rolling
Really?
through that whole thing with all of his impersonations
It's
and
so
like.
good.
Oh,
Dude,
I was
That's
dying.
an old one too, I think, right?
Yeah, I just recently watched
Dude,
it.
Jay Farrow's hilarious. But
Yeah.
yeah, he just had Steve-O on.
Oh,
on
okay.
yesterday. It was really good.
Oh,
Steve-O's
cool.
fucking
Watch
nuts.
it.
But I don't know where we were going with that. How
Oh,
we
we're just talking. It's dude, it's just been a week, man. We're just talking.
Yeah, but
We're just
you're going tomorrow?
Oh, absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. What time are you guys gonna be?
I think it starts at 5, so it'll be like 5 or 6.
Yeah,
It just
cool.
depends on what we're doing.
Should be a lot of fun.
Gotta go to the store tomorrow. I don't want to.
Just don't go. You
You
don't need food, bro.
I know,
You're
right?
gonna have jalapeno poppers.
Yeah, I know. We have dinner taken care of.
He's ordering like 80 chicken strips. Wow. And you know what's great about that is
Is that gonna be enough
that's
for all of our fat asses?
check it out. So I've already done the chicken math because I love Cane's.
So do I.
Like way too much. And if every person he invited shows up, we all get 3. Not everyone. There's no way everyone he invites shows up. That never happens, right?
Yeah, or they show up early and leave early.
Or leave
they
early.
Show up late.
They already ate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something blah blah blah. Chances are not everyone is gonna want chicken. So when these variables come into play,
Yeah.
me and you get like 6 or 7 chicken strips with some jalapeno poppers and some macaroni and cheese.
Yes.
Dude, I cannot. Like, I might stop eating now and not eat again until his party tomorrow. I've done that before, and it's
I
fantastic.
might have like a bowl of cereal in the
bowl
morning.
of
So,
cereal.
you don't want to you don't want that stomach ache that
No,
you get when
yeah,
you're
'cause
super.
You're right,
hungry.
because you can get so hungry you're not hungry,
Yeah.
and that would ruin it.
You
No,
get
you're
like
totally
feel like
right.
sick or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, barely.
Just grapes
Just-
throughout the day.
yeah, just
eat
enough.
grapes.
Yeah.
Grapes and almonds.
Grapes and almonds. It's a healthy snack.
Yeah, you're right. It is.
You know, offset all the shit.
Before all the
you're
cheese and butter you're on
and grease
and the cream and the cheese and the peppers and
the carbs.
God, I can't
pasta.
wait. Are you a jalapeno popper?
Oh,
fan?
dude,
Cool,
yeah, fuck
cool.
yeah.
So-
I'm a spicy fan. Like, I'm the guy who's like, they're like, oh yeah, we offer between 1 and 5. I'm like, yeah, I'll have it 4, and they
Take
give it
the
to me.
4.
I'm like, fuck your 4. It's just not even hot.
Yeah, I was asking Jeff. I was like, "Do you think our group will like that?" And he's like, "What? There's like so many people, and we all just love food. Like,
Yeah.
someone's like, there might be people who don't like it.
There are some
due
of us
to,
who
like,
are
a diet.
foodies.
Yeah, and there might be like a dietary issue. when
Melissa
you
and I
have,
watch
like,
cooking shows like
Right.
all the time.
Right. Try not to criticize me too much when I make them, but like there might be dietary issues like Jimmy. I don't know what exactly he can or can't eat.
Well, he breaks those rules because somehow he's managed to stick to it
yeah.
through all this time.
Yeah. When
He's the only person who's beaten Witcher in our group, by the way, other than me.
oh,
gonna
really? He
throw
did.
that out there.
He beat Witcher.
He's the one
That
person.
blows my mind.
And I've barely even talked to him about it.
Yeah.
Because I just hardly ever talk to that guy. But
Shout out
he's
to
like,
Jimmy.
yeah, it's incredible. I'm like, well, yeah, it is. And I asked him what ending he got, because there's like dozens of endings.
Nice.
So his ending was way fucking different from mine.
Really?
And it was tragic, and he wants to play it again. So that
It's tragic.
Mine
Everybody died.
turned out mine couldn't have turned out any better.
Unicorns.
Well,
Rainbows.
there's nothing like that. But if there is a unicorn, it's probably some beautiful animal that's getting killed
It's
by
gonna kill
humans.
you. Oh, okay. I thought you meant it'd be evil.
Nah, humans are fucking scum in
totally.
Witcher.
Totally.
They're just,
It's coming in real life
they're
too.
just well, yeah, exactly. They're always just the like when you go into The Witcher 3, all these sorcerers. So like every king has a sorceress.
Oh, okay.
They're always females.
Like as their hand.
Pretty much.
Kind of thing?
Pretty
Yeah,
much,
okay.
yeah. All these kings have a sorceress. I don't know like where that custom started, but they have a sorceress as like and because sorceresses are usually the most intelligent, the most ambitious
Oh yeah.
people in the world because they're all old and hideous.
Oh.
They're not like the fucking Melisandre.
Right.
They're not old like that. Like they're
Right.
not hundreds and hundreds of
Right,
years
yeah,
old. But they're old. They're usually within a century, maybe, or some of them are young. But the number one thing that, like in the books and in the games, they're all these girls who end up learning magic because they're like physically deformed,
Oh. Okay.
and so then they get really powerful with magic, and they make themselves look however they want to.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Yennefer
Yeah.
is a hunchback.
No way.
Yes. She has all kinds of medical problems, all fixed. And she's like one of the most beautiful human
Yeah,
beings
she's gorgeous.
on the planet.
Yeah.
Same with Triss. I don't know I can't remember.
Shit.
Triss is deformed as well. So they're all, but you that's why they're like drop dead fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's not just because it's a video game or because it's fantasy and they just want drop dead gorgeous
They're
women.
created that way.
It's like a part of their character.
Kind of like Miranda in Mass Effect, right?
Yeah, and even in the books, like he straight up says it. He's like they act like ugly rejected girls, and they have that attitude that the only reason that you're even talking to me is because I look the way that I do.
Because they know it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. And so it's oh god, I'll talk about Witcher this whole fucking time. Just get me to do something.
Want to jump into the news?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so there weren't, like I said, there were two things.
Yeah.
Let's just go with this Titanfall thing really quick. I think this is so hilarious.
Yeah.
I was just like,
Yeah.
you motherfucker.
It's funny and like a sad funny kind of, but like ironic funny too. You know what I mean?
It's
like,
just so vindicating
or like
for
a
haters of
duh, like a duh.
EA. EA is just a stupid ass company.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Between Mass Effect, Andromeda, bullshit, just forcing that shit out as quickly as possible. So Titanfall 2, the developer, I'm not surprised he came out and said some of the stuff that he did say.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, do you think EA really wants him talking about how he didn't feel that
it was a good launch date?
It didn't sell well enough because it was released between two massive... he literally just said we were all new.
Again with the duh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if they mind him talking about it just because everyone knows that.
Yeah. He said quoted, he said, the game was successful, it sold well, but it didn't quite sell as well as it should have. Maybe because it was super crowded. The pricing was aggressive. It was a rough window to launch our game.
Yeah. I mean, he's not wrong.
No, he's not, but I just love he's like, you fucking idiots.
Yeah, I mean,
this game should have come out in like February or something, you know?
Yeah. And I don't know about the pricing being aggressive, because from what I understand, it was a great game. But
it was alright. I played it. I beat it. I beat the campaign. The campaign was fine. Everyone gave it like, they were like, this is just a...
Yeah, I think it's, I think people who are more into that multiplayer first-person shooter type
No,
thing,
they were saying the campaign was one of the greatest single-player shooter campaigns.
Yeah,
I was like, no, it's not.
Right, but people thought that about the Infinite Warfare campaign too. I don't know if you played that.
I played it like halfway through it.
Yeah.
It was very interesting. I was very interested in the story, but it was Call of Duty, and I just can't get into it.
Are you still excited about World War II?
No.
No?
No, I've kind of tapered off with it. The
Really?
more gameplay I see, it's still just as fast and twitchy. And,
Really?
And I'm just like, I thought they were going to kind of like take a new gameplay approach to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be wrong. But I'm going to get Battlefront when it comes out November 17th. I'm getting that over fucking Call of Duty any day.
Totally.
And then I'm going to have... What other game comes out? Oh, Assassin's Creed comes out at end of October. So
Wow, is that really October?
October 27th. So
Crazy.
I'm going to have Assassin's Creed from the 27th, and then like 3 weeks later, Battlefront comes out, and I'm getting that. I think those are the only two games I'm getting this year, day one.
What about Uncharted?
Oh, yeah. Well, I have to buy another fucking PlayStation for that.
Right, yeah, and that won't take you long. You know what I mean?
With PT, with my physical training...
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Money.
Shit.
I might just have to just break the fucking bank and buy a PS4. I'm sure Alyssa will be so happy with
Hey,
me.
why are we negative in the bank account?
Where did your savings go?
Why do we have no money?
PS4 Pro?
PS4 Pro? Uncharted
Did
Pro?
you not want to play? So let's actually... That's a good segue right there.
Good segue. I meant to do that.
That was for you, Tim. Oh, this is for you. Yeah,
Shout out to Tim.
Give that to Tim.
Wait for it. Where is it? I had it on Quick App. I don't know where it is.
No, Tim is going to be so disappointed.
I guess we just won't do it then.
There you go, Tim. That's dedicated to Tim.
You thought we wouldn't do it. Shout out to Tim.
So Uncharted, Lost Legacy.
Yeah.
August 22nd. We only have, how many, is that 2 weeks from today? Not today, it's going to be Tuesday probably. 2 weeks and 4 days. 2.5 weeks. I gotta get $400 in 2.5 weeks.
I'm gonna start sucking dick, bro, because I don't know what else.
Yeah.
Definitely don't start sucking dick.
Okay.
Dude, I've been having the same problem. If you come into a way to make a little bit of money on the side, let me know. Because I want to buy a PC.
Yeah.
I've been constantly like, how can I make random extra money without too much commitment?
I know, right?
Turns out it's a lot harder than you think it is.
So is Lost Legacy a day one for you?
I would love to say yes.
Oh, really?
In And the reason it's probably a no has nothing to do with the game.
Okay.
It just has to do with where I'm at financially at the moment.
Right.
But I mean, that could change.
It's $40.
That could change by the end of the month. No, I know it's
okay.
$40.
It's not even a full $60.
Even $40, I'm like, I could use that for another thing right now. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's not like, no, I'm going to wait and see how it does. I know the game's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I mean,
that's not even
if you're expecting Uncharted, it will be fantastic.
Well, there you go.
Because, like, to me, we talked about this before. I don't think the gameplay is like fantastic. I don't think it's like the greatest third-person shooter.
I think it plays surprisingly well for what it is.
I just don't like the shooting that much.
Really?
I love the platforming and the crazy fucking set piece and running across shit that's blowing up.
What I always loved was
climbing.
Yeah, was that, of course. I love the way they could mix, and they do it in Last of Us as well. The way you can mix hand-to-hand combat with gunplay.
Yes,
that was always my favorite thing about those games.
I like that too.
I think Last of Us does it the best, but Uncharted does it really well as well. You know, if you're like out of ammo and you run up and punch a guy, and his fucking gun will fly up. It's like playing a movie.
It is. It's like an action movie. It's like a pulpy action movie. It's fantastic.
That's what I always loved about it.
I'm just never been a fan of putting the player in a giant area and just pour buckets of dudes.
Fill
in the
it
area.
with guys, and you got to kill them.
Yeah, it's just kind of not really my thing. And I get that way with almost every shooter.
There you go.
First person, third person.
So you know it's a youth thing.
It's just a shooter thing. It is. It's just, I'm just like, okay. It's been like 20 minutes.
You didn't walk past the lamp.
Killed like 44 guys.
I mean, he really is a stone cold murderer.
He's
talk about PTSD, right? Like you killed a shitload of people.
But again, that's where that pulpiness comes in.
Right, totally.
They know that. I mean, look, they made Last of Us, which addresses all that shit very deeply.
Yeah.
And then you've got Uncharted is just a big explosive whatever. Don't think about it kind of thing. You know?
Right.
And I'm just excited. I love Chloe, dude. I love Chloe so much. I love her attitude and her snarkiness.
Her sassiness.
I'm just a sarcastic dude myself, and she's just so fucking dripping with sarcasm all the time.
Yeah.
Just biting wit. And I just can't wait. I'm gonna have a whole fucking game.
Yeah. Of her.
Yeah.
It's $40.
And it's third person, so I can look at her butt the whole time.
Look at her butt the whole time, dude. The whole time.
She's super hot.
Do you remember in Resident Evil 4 when the girl you were escorting, whose name I don't remember, do you ever play that game?
No, but I've seen so much about that game. I know exactly who you're talking about.
When you were escorting her around, if she would climb up a ladder before you and you look up her skirt, she would like talk shit to you. It was so funny. Dude.
That's very funny.
It was so funny. I don't know how they put that into the game, but she was like, excuse me, like my eyes are up here or something like that. God, it was so funny.
That's great.
But yeah, her butt.
Chloe's a gorgeous woman, and I just love everything about her. She's always been one of my favorite characters in that series, and we're gonna get a whole game with her. I like Nadine as well.
Yeah.
She was like a villain, and then you kind of found out more about her, and you're like, okay, like I guess
maybe she's not terrible.
Yeah, I mean, she kind of is.
The Jamie Lannister effect.
Exactly. Exactly. Just somewhere in the middle there, which is what the best characters always are.
Yeah, totally.
So I'm eager to get to know her a little bit more. You only got to know what you did of her at the very end of Uncharted 4. She's just sort of a nobody until the end.
Because you don't know what she's doing. And
all you know is she owns this private army that she's using to help this guy find this treasure. And that's it. Just to fund something.
Yeah, I mean, she's getting paid to do a job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
She's making money.
And apparently all of her fucking men die.
Right.
By the end of that, I don't think she had much of an army left. But she said as much. She's like, what is this worth? I've gotten all of my men killed.
Right.
And they still follow me. Like, she has like survivor's guilt, and I don't know. She's very interesting.
Have you considered jumping back into 4 at all? Or do you think you got what you're going to get out of that game?
I will absolutely jump back into all of those games. I think we talked about this last week.
We talked.
I'm just gonna flip that fucker on easy.
Totally.
And just blast through them. Because the reason that I want Uncharted Lost Legacies, the reason that I'm gonna play all of those through easy. I'll play Uncharted on normal, but I'm there for the story.
Totally. Yeah.
I'm there for the dialogue, the humor, the drama, and just the characters. I love the cast. I want to know what Chloe's up to. Yeah. I want to see what's gonna go. I mean, that's it. Like, that's the main reason I'm there. The rest of it is great. I'm totally down to climb these crazy ancient ruins and all these beautiful jungles and rivers and cities and get into some action, some classic pulpy, like Hollywood action.
The train
but at the end of the day, I'm playing that so I can get to the next cutscene.
Totally.
And because when the cutscenes are on and there's the controllers down, I'm just like, I'm just into it. You know what I mean? It sucks me in.
Right. Yeah.
That's why I play those games.
So good.
Definitely day one for me. if I have a PS4.
If you have a PS4 at the
by
time,
that,
we'll
by
find
that
out.
time, I really hope I get one again.
We were starting to touch on the news topic. Got kind of a segue into a segue.
Yeah, so in Uncharted, there's some games that are finally coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Not Shadow of Mordor,
Not
thankfully,
Shadow of Mordor.
which was originally coming out the same day, the 22nd.
Right.
I'm kind of really happy that's not the case.
Because you would have gotten an incomplete game? Is that why?
Well,
because
that I
you
just
have other things
it's
to
just
play
more
right now.
shit. Yeah,
Totally.
And I would have picked Uncharted, even though like Lord of the Rings, as films, are almost like second to none,
Right.
other than maybe Saved by Ryan. And it's like I've read a lot of those books. I've read all 3 of the books and all that shit. So I'm a super like Tolkien fan.
Totally, yeah.
But the more I see from this new game.
Oh, you mean the Fortress Attack? Episode 1, 2, and 3?
Yeah, I'm a little less excited for it every time I see it.
Yeah.
It looks like they're really going about as far away as they possibly could from the source material,
Really?
which is disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do. Like, this is crazy. Like, it's making his own ring of power, and like, it's so beyond like anything that's in the lore at all. Like, whereas the first game created this fictional character, right?
Yeah.
And and bound him to an actual Tolkien character, and created this little story that kind of navigated between things that were accurate. So it made some changes, but it wasn't like, fuck it.
Right.
But I'm getting the fuck it feel from War. What is it?
Shadow of War.
Shadow of War.
Yeah.
Shitty name too. Shitty fucking name. Shadow of War. And then they're like in these massive battles. Like, you're at war. How is it a shadow of it?
Yeah, it's not a shadow. Yeah, I guess they could have messed with the wordplay a little bit more.
I just feel like Shadow of Mordor was a great game, and they should have made a little different ending, and that should have been it. Huh. I don't know. I'm losing it every time I see it. I'm like, wow, they just don't give a fuck about Tolkien anymore.
Well, hopefully we're just, there's a miscommunication somewhere, and it turns out to be great.
It might be a great game.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't look like a bad game.
But I mean, your idea of a great game in that world would be to follow the source material a little bit closer. You know what I mean?
At least just somewhat.
At all.
Yeah,
at all
I'm not like that picky.
Right,
You know?
right.
I mean, Lord of the Rings, the films made a shit ton of changes. But I feel like at the end of the day, I feel like they nailed the tone that you get when you read them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Reading them feels like watching the movies, like, overall. They made a ton of changes.
Yeah.
I'm okay with changes. But, yeah, I feel like they're just kind of like, whatever, we're just going to borrow your orcs real quick.
Right.
You know, and go play in our sandbox. And it's like a little too far from... But maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I'll keep an open mind for it. So what else? Uncharted's a big one, right? That's the big one. What were some of the other games that you saw on that list that you were thinking...
That one I didn't have a chance to pull up, so I was hoping we could just go through them.
That's cool. Here. Well, the other one off the top of my head is Madden.
You're right.
I know you're not a big football guy.
Right.
Have you been before, or have you never been into it, really?
I played... Madden...
Whether it's Madden or just football in general. Both.
7 or something with my younger brother,
Sure.
I think. A lot, but just for fun. No, I've never been into football very much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that one's coming out. They're doing like a story mode now.
Haven't they done that kind of thing?
Not Madden.
No?
Not really.
What am I thinking of? NBA 2K?
Yeah, FIFA was the one that really hit it off last year.
Okay.
This Alex Hunter guy or whatever, like, it was a pre-created character.
Oh.
And it was like a narrative with like cutscenes and characters and shit.
Oh, okay, cool.
NBA has done that as well.
Right, okay.
This is the first time that the Madden's doing this stuff. You could always create your own character and go through like, seasons and all that. But there was no like dialogue or sort of any kind of story.
And they're doing that
This
now.
has like cutscenes. It's a character. It's a pre-created character that's they're gonna you have to like follow through in his, and then you're gonna play the game, and depending on like if you do bad or you do well, then the cutscenes after will like react to that. It's like, you lost the game. You lost just the championship or whatever.
Right.
It's interesting. Madden is like a curse for me because I'm like, fuck that. I'm not buying that this year. And then I'm so into football, like the season starts, and I'm watching the Seahawks play in live. I'm like, oh god! And then I go buy Madden.
And this may be a dumb question. Is that why it comes out when it does?
Right.
At the beginning of football season?
Yeah, right before kickoff.
Right.
Just a few weeks. Yep, exactly the reason. What else? Oh, that Mario Rabbids game is coming out this week.
Right. A game that we
XCOM Mario.
aggressively hated on.
No, that was Mario Odyssey. That's the legit Mario game.
I think we hated on both of them. I know I at least did, because I remember the XCOM Rabbids version, and we talked about it.
So apparently Mario Odyssey just looked incredible to everybody. I think I need to go back and maybe watch some stuff I didn't see.
I don't think you have the Nintendo filter on your eyeballs that everyone else has. You know, the same thing I don't. Where I feel terrible every time I talk about it, because I know there's people who love these games more than anything, but I never had a connection with them.
But I did.
But so maybe you do need to watch it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so maybe you should watch it again. So maybe your filter's there.
Because I remember Taylor was like, but, it's not about big story and characters. I'm like, I fucking know that, dude. I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Been playing,
I don't think
playing Mario longer than you have,
I don't think he implied you were an idiot. I don't think
No. I know that he wasn't implying that, but I was like, I was just saying, I'm not expecting BioWare from Mario. I'm expecting a goofy little simple platformer that's very elegant.
Yeah.
Because Mario 3 was, to me, it was like a perfect game, dude. Mario 3 was amazing. And I don't remember the story. I don't know, you're saving Peach.
Is there a story? Does it ever change?
It doesn't matter.
I thought she gets captured.
That's not the point.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I'm excited that
people are
supposed to
be fun platformers.
Yeah, I'm happy for that.
And this one looks like an XCOM game.
Right. Yeah.
People liked it.
People like it a lot.
Yeah, I was surprised by that.
Good for them.
It's coming out for Switch anyways. I don't even own a Switch.
Not yet. Yeah,
but that's coming out. What else?
Dude, that's something I haven't thought of in so long.
What?
Switch. Since the Zelda hype kind of died down, I haven't even thought about it.
Well, there hasn't been that many games for it. I'm still going to pick it up at some point, probably next year.
I just wanted to play Zelda so badly. You know what I mean? I really want access to that game. Now I'm
so glad that Kevin played it, though, because for our Game of the Year, it'll still be on there. I'm sure he'll pick that for one of his 2 games.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I want it represented. It deserves to be there.
Totally. Yeah.
I still want to play it.
I don't know how far into it he got. Dude, I would love to play that game, but, I don't want to buy a Switch for it. And since the hype has died down a little bit, people aren't talking about it as much. And so I'm not in any rush to play it now. So I don't know when I'll play it. I have no idea.
I'll pick up a Switch eventually.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'll be $200 and Zelda will be $19.99.
I mean, I'll buy a PC before I buy a Switch, and you know how I am about PC. So it could be years before I own a Switch. You know what I mean?
Certainly.
It could be a while.
Shoitly. No, I get that.
Shoitly.
Definitely get that. The other one they list is Yakuza, which I've never been into those games.
Neither have I.
They're too Japanesey for me. They're very corny.
Yeah.
I can't handle that.
Your anime
can't handle all that cheese just pouring out of every orifice.
Cheese. Too much cheese.
Yeah. Even though it's got some cool moments, it's got some really I've watched videos of it. It's got some really crazy betrayals, and then there's this awesome sort of kung fu 70s movie or the 70s style.
Which people love, man.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely get why people like it. There's just so many games. This one is like a remake of the first ever Yakuza.
Oh, okay.
The one that came out last year was a prequel to the first ever. So they're redoing them all. Basically.
Okay, that's cool.
And then but it's crazy because next year the 6th one comes out.
What?
So there was originally, back whenever they came out, right? The first Yakuza.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then they made the prequel to the first one.
Okay. Negative.
Then they're remaking the first one.
1.5.
And then next year 6 comes out.
Okay.
I'm like, that seems like a weird release schedule. And why are you releasing one a year? What is this, a sports franchise?
I know. Is this Assassin's Creed?
yeah, exactly. It's really weird. And I bet that's how people feel about Assassin's Creed who weren't plugged in. Like, oh my god, how many are there?
Right, yeah.
Some of them are 3 and 4, others just have names. Which one do I play?
But they're doing every other year now, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they said they're going to do every other year.
Maybe they're waiting to see how this one does.
I think that's exactly what it is. I think this one was already in development. It was going to be released last year, and then they're like, okay, I'll slow down.
Take it back.
Make this one as good as you can.
Polish it up a little bit.
Release it. We'll see how it does.
I like that.
And they'll go from there.
I like that strategy a lot.
So this could be the end of Assassin's Creed if it doesn't sell.
It's a scary thought, dude.
That's why I'm going to go buy it on day one.
It's been around so long.
I am buying it on day one because I do not want that franchise to go away.
Just buy it 10 times. To make up for the other 9 people who might not buy it.
No, not going to do that. Not going to do
Not going to do that.
What
else we got?
Let's see. So, I'm just going to start listing all these games.
Yep.
And you let me know if one, or I'll stop if I see one.
I'll give you a 1-syllable reaction to each game.
The Long Dark.
Nah. And I don't mean bad, I mean I don't know what that is.
Yeah. It's a survival game.
Yeah, well.
Patapon, remastered.
Some people are really excited.
Very excited.
Yeah, crazy. Greg Miller?
Miller's.
Is he a Patapon guy?
Yeah, I remember them talking about it all the time.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that does sound familiar. I thought it was a Parappa the Rapper thing, but maybe I have those confused.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. Isn't that the same game?
No, I don't think so.
Not the same thing.
No, this one, I'm going to stop on this one. Tacoma.
Fuck yeah, Tacoma.
That comes out 2 days ago.
What?
It's been out for 2 days.
Had no idea.
That's not good that we don't know.
That's not good at all. And
we should support them.
We're decently deep into this shit.
Yeah.
So is that our fault or is that a lack of marketing?
Both.
Okay, that's
both.
fair.
Because we should be on that shit.
Totally.
But it's been a shitty week, right?
Yeah.
It's been a shitty week, and I did not know it was coming. I knew it was coming out soon. Whoa!
I didn't even know.
It's already out.
I forgot about it.
Yeah.
I didn't forget about it.
I
put it away.
We'll play that.
Play the fuck out of that game.
Oh, can I bring up another?
Please.
Oh, we're at an hour already.
Who gives a shit?
Pyre. Pyre. Did I talk to you about this?
No.
So it's from the people who made Bastion and Transistor.
I never played Bastion. I heard it was great.
Yeah, everyone. It's like on the top 5 of like everyone's list who played it basically.
Nuts.
Very art heavy. Looks really nice. Right?
Yeah.
So Pyre is an RPG like visual novel style game, and the main storyline is like these. I'll be really quick.
You're fine.
The main characters, you get to know these characters. You're outcasts from there's basically that we know of this one kingdom, right? And the criminals are outcasted to the below or the downside or something like that. And they live down there in squalor and shit, and it just sucks. And the only way to earn your freedom is to win these games. They're like a sport.
Oh.
And each character that's part of your party plays a different role in this gladiator sport.
Okay.
So it's sort of like it's violent, not like bloody violent, but you're fighting other guys, but you're supposed to carry this orb around and score.
Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds kind of
It's like an RPG, fantasy RPG mixed with like gladiatorial sport.
Have you played it?
No, but it looks amazing,
Really?
and it's getting 9.
No shit.
There's a few low scores
Is
just
it-
like every
is it
now and
already
then.
out?
Yeah. It looks really good. It's $20, and I want to play it so bad.
Dude, I have to look into this. I've never even...
I'll show you some reviews after this.
Okay, cool. I haven't even heard of it. That sounds awesome.
It's getting such good reviews, too. Okay, I'm going to continue on now.
Go ahead.
Black Hole.
Okay.
Okay. Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice.
I've heard of it. Don't know anything about it.
Did you ever play, I don't think you did, Heavenly Sword? PS3, like early PS3.
No, I didn't have a PS3 when they first came out, unfortunately.
Did you play the game, what was that called? It had the Enslaved or Enslavement, or I think it was Enslaved.
Is it a PS3 game?
And Xbox 360.
Enslaved.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who made it?
I can't remember the name of it. It's the same people who's making this.
Okay. Good transition.
I can't remember. So Hellblade is like about this Celtic warrior woman
Okay.
who is suffering from horrible schizophrenia.
Oh.
And the schizophrenia is like personified in the game. And like you're like battling through this.
Whoa.
And there's like, it's like puzzles and horror and combat. And you're like fighting her inner demons as she is trying to beat back her psychosis.
That sounds crazy.
Amazing.
Yeah, totally.
So I'm going to look at August 8th, next week. I'm looking forward to seeing how the reviews go. I will pick that up at some point. They had no publisher this time. All their own money is being spent on this game.
Good or bad, do you think?
Good. If we can start unshackling these amazing developers from these fucking publishers,
money hungry.
Great. So we're almost up to our hour here. Lawbreakers.
I don't know anything about it. I don't. Okay.
Yo, bro, do you like Overwatch? Jetpacks.
Right. It looked like Quake Overwatch.
And
what it looked like.
For me, I just got really turned off by the advertising.
Mm-hmm.
Like the advertising is like it switches back between gameplay and these guys who got to play it at E3, like these players' impressions.
Oh.
And they're like, "Yeah, man, I was getting my KD up so high with the jetpack chain gun, bro."
Right.
I was like, not for me.
There's an audience for that, though.
There is. But they can go play their own.
It just sounds too fast paced. Sounds like I'd get stressed out about it. I'm good with Overwatch.
I'm gonna start skipping these. Oh, cool! City Skylines coming out for PS4 now. So
that's cool.
It's now out for everything now.
That's really cool. I hope it works well on the console.
You know I know. I don't know
compared
how
to like a mouse and keyboard.
I don't know how to do that. The Escapist 2. I know that was a popular game.
Escapist. Is that like a 2D?
Yeah. Over the top.
Okay, yeah. It looks cool.
Uncharted.
Yay. Like that voice crack. Yeah.
Madden.
Madden we touched on.
Ark Survival Evolved. How long? It's already been out.
It's not even technically done yet. It's still pre-release.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's still pre-release.
Pillars of Eternity Complete Edition. That was a PC, like, old school RPG.
Yeah.
So it's like all of the DLC and all in one.
That's cool.
August 29th.
Cool.
It's my dad's birthday.
Nice.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Shout out to Big Ian Williams.
XCOM 2. My dad's name's not Ian.
Whatever, I can just imagine it.
His name is Doug. XCOM 2, War of the Chosen DLC.
Cool.
People are very excited. You can
Yeah.
play as aliens now.
Oh, could you
in
not
the
before?
storyline? No.
That's really cool.
It's humans, like, you're like the resistance versus the alien
Yeah,
occupation, and you've never gotten to play as aliens in that game. That game is like, I love it, but I never play it.
How come?
It's really hard, and there's so many other games to play, and when I sit on my PC, I'm like, I'm going to play Total War.
Total War.
Yeah,
For sure.
it's like the
For
Yakuza
sure.
game, and then Life is Strange. I didn't like Life is Strange at all.
No, I haven't. Yeah, I didn't play it.
It's a little teeny boppers. Jimmy loved it.
Some
Jimmy
people love it, dude.
Loved it.
Totally. I mean, people. I'm sure who feel I'm sure there's people who feel that way about Gone Home. You know what I mean? Because it's similar.
Sure.
Like, teen problems, blah blah. And I get that.
I feel like
argument,
that
but, like,
her problem touched me a little bit more. I was into
it's
it.
all about what
I
you
felt
connect
more
to.
about. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
connected. But
totally.
this girl's problem, I was like, get the fuck.
I
out
mean,
of
but
here,
there's
bitch.
other people who connect to that. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? It's like,
Exactly.
So good for them.
Yep.
I think these games are way
it's a
underappreciated, and I think that there should
story
be
games.
Yeah, games like Gone Home.
That's why
and
I'm
Life
glad
is
to see
Strange.
like Telltale did a great job. Like
Yeah.
they do well. They sell. And same with Gone Home. You know, they
Totally.
sold and
I cannot believe Tacoma's out. How much is it? $20?
we'll look. Let's go look.
Yeah, let's go look.
Let's see if there's some reviews too. I'll show you Pyre as well.
Pyre, yeah, I need Tacoma and Pyre are the two that I wanted to take note of.
Cool.
Even though I didn't want to spend $40, it sounds like I might.
So we spent 25 minutes talking about Witcher.
That's
and
fine.
then we were like, news! And we found out there was some pretty pretty good.
Jam the news in there.
There was some good shit at the end that would have been good conversation.
Dude, we got too comfortable.
But that's what happens when you don't organize.
We get too dude, come on. Before this, you were talking about how much you loved that it wasn't
Oh
overly
no,
organized.
I love that.
Okay, cool.
I
Cool,
absolutely
cool, cool.
love that. But I'm saying I can't get mad at myself for
So
being
what-
like down the list. That is the one.
just skip these.
The one thing that's good about the
Right,
organizational
yeah,
side
yeah.
is that we can get to shit like that.
Totally.
But
Totally.
no, I love just goofing off as well.
Fair
I was
enough.
talking about. Yeah, I like both.
Maybe we should try to save that for the end. You know what I mean? Like, let's get through the news, and then let's talk about
the what you're playing. And
The what-
news
yeah,
and then,
exactly. Maybe that's what we'll do.
We'll try that. Maybe add some structure in. I love how like Kevin's the one who gets the structure for his unstructured thing.
Yeah, 'cause
and then we were like, and then we became unstructured.
He didn't want structure, and then he wanted structure for his unstructure, and then now we, like you said, we are no longer structure.
Flip spots. Oh man. Well, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I know it's only Tuesday.
Yep.
I'm sorry for
Yeah.
that, or it might be Wednesday for you, depending. But
Yeah, if you haven't listened to the Game of Thrones recap yet, go back and do
yeah,
that. It
go
would've
check
been
that
done by
out.
now.
I hope it's good.
I hope it's good too, man.
I'm sure it was. It's the shortest episode of the season.
Oh, don't tell me that.
I read that. I was like, what the fuck?
I know the last one was
I'm
an
assuming
hour.
I'm assuming it's less than an hour because like
Well, the other one was an hour 10.
Yeah.
The one before that was like 108.
Yeah.
So
So I'm assuming this one's gonna be like 51 or something. Like
I
what?
hate it
I'm like,
because they already go by so quickly.
that and it's
I'm
like this shit's almost over.
yeah, let's.
How can you not include some scenes to
Right,
get
yeah.
yourself to 10
There's
minutes?
no fat to trim
Yeah,
anymore.
like, let's go.
Let's get it done.
So, all right. Well, we will see you guys next week. I have no idea what we're going to be talking about, but
Doesn't matter, bro.
maybe we'll have played Tacoma and Pyre since then. I don't
Totally.
know.
More than likely, I'll play Tacoma. Just, I want to show them
Just-
support.
yeah.
I hate that it wasn't marketed like it should have been.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was and we missed it somehow. I feel like that's weird, though. Cause
Seems strange,
We're
yeah.
pretty plugged in.
We are.
And you should absolutely show them support. Have there been any reviews for it?
Well, not that I've seen. Let's go check it out.
Let's go check it out.
All right. Later, guys.
Later.